how was your trip to Italy? What's the best thing that you've ever eaten there?
Oh my God, that's a great question. The trip is always amazing. I am so thankful that I was born into a family that doesn't care about sightseeing. They care about laying in
I
other
love that.
countries and eating. And my family actually makes fun of me because we go to Italy and I get the same thing for dinner every single night. I always get ravioli. It's just so much better there that I feel guilty not getting it every
Uh-huh.
night.
I love that so much. Did you have a highlight from this past trip?
I will say that my highlight was probably Craig was very in the shopping mood,
Oh,
which
nice.
I was very like surprised by, and I was like, of course I'll go shopping. And then I realized he didn't pack for the trip. And so we were shopping for his clothes that he could wear to dinner. So I was just like a man to not pack for a 2 week trip. So, but we had fun shopping.
Nice. Do you feel like from day one Craig to now Craig, it has been a complete style evolution?
I mean, beyond. I think we did get into a little scuffle
Okay.
when we were in Italy, and he wanted to wear flip-flops because he said we were going to the water.
Hmm.
And I said, how dare you? We are in Europe. You will wear a loafer. And a loafer was worn.
I love you. Always win the fights. I love it. Do you feel like summer after summer, like you, especially going into like summer house, do you feel like you have to continue to like up your fashion game when it comes to entering the summer house, or do you just feel like you know what works for you at this point?
I will say, not just entering the summer house, but like I am always trying to up my fashion
Hmm.
because I feel like as I get older, my style really does change. Not that I'll ever not love a little crop top and like cute mini skirt, but I feel like I've leaned away from that for the summer
Hmm.
when I'm usually like that's my go-to, but I feel like I do try and up my fashion because my style is always evolving.
Evolving. Yeah, I know. Fall fashion is right around the corners. There are like three must-haves that
Definitely.
you already are getting ready to put into your closet.
I'm so happy that capri pants are back. I feel like they're also just so comfortable and
Hmm.
so easy. That with I never thought I'd be a kitten heel kind
Hmm.
of girl, and now I'm like it's so easy with a capri pant. And I know not everyone loves the ballet flats, but I just think it's so much easier than like putting a sneaker on for like every day. So I'm very here for ballet
I
flats.
agree with you. I know. You're like, who is she? Capri pants, kitten heels.
Yeah,
What?
I'm
What?
like, oh my God, someone at Limited Two is like shaking.
I love that so much. Um, how would you say your style approach? Do you approach style differently when you're in the city rather than in the Hamptons?
Definitely. I think in the city you can be a little edgier, and I think in the Hamptons it's been so hot this summer that you have to be like in linen and white, or else
Hmm.
you literally just roast out there. But yeah, I feel like the Hamptons is very like white and
Hmm.
blue and gingham and very cute. And then I would say in the city, even in the summer, I'm still in like all black.
Yeah. What's your Charleston vibe?
Oh my God, my closet in Charleston is literally like Easter threw up. It's all pastels, it's all little dresses. Um, it's honestly much easier because I feel like I just like throw a dress on when I'm
Yeah.
down there because it's
Hmm.
like so hot the whole year. So I would say like getting dressed there is easier, but um not as fun
Yeah.
as New York.
So, new apartment. You're now a cat mom. So how's everything been going?
No, I'm a full mother. It was the best decision of my life. I did realize I'm not a full cat person. I'm a my cat person, which is very on brand for me. But I never thought I would have a cat, and now I'm like, I feel like I need two.
Hmm.
So that's where
What
we're at.
what made you want to get one then?
Hannah
Okay.
has had a cat for like 7 years, and she's for 7 years has been trying to get me to get a cat.
Hmm.
And it's very rare that I don't listen to my best friend when she gives me advice, but I just like didn't feel like I was grown up enough.
Hmm.
And then when I finally was like, okay, I'm gonna get a cat, I realized if Hannah can keep one alive, I certainly can.
How is Craig as a cat dad?
Craig loves the cat.
Mhm.
She honestly was at first a little scared of his voice because I think she was around, she had like only met women for like the first 5 days I had her. So when he like first came in, I think she was a little like timid, but now she's obsessed with him, sleeps on his head.
That's adorable.
Adorable.
I love it so much. You know, you and Craig get a lot of pressure from Bravo fans about next steps in your relationship. Do you get pressure from the family as well at this point, or is everybody comfortable with the way things are with you guys?
You know, I think our families are the only people that have never like pressured us or even asked really. Like my parents have not asked like, oh, when are you getting engaged? His parents haven't either. So as long as they're not pressuring us, I don't feel pressured.
That's good. Do you get offended when people ask about it?
Not at all. Because, and I always use this example, when I was younger and like the Kardashians first came on and I was like obsessed, I remember being so mad that Kim Kardashian didn't show her wedding to Kanye on the show.
I agree.
And I was like offended by it. I was like, I've watched everything. So no, I can put myself in those shoes. Like I would never, and also it is a normal, natural question to just be like, oh, when are you getting engaged? So no, I would never take offense to it.
So when the wedding does happen, you will televise it for everybody then?
Well, I feel like I would be a hypocrite if I didn't because I was so mad at Kim that day.
You don't want to deal with the backlash at all.
Yeah.
You know, I spoke to Craig recently, and I know you can't tell me what's going to happen on the show, but he said this season of Southern Charm is definitely a roller coaster. Will we see your relationship kind of play out a little bit more on camera this season? Are you spending more time in Charleston, or is it still like 50-50?
I'm still pretty 50-50. I was definitely down there for some of it. I'm not completely intertwined in everything. I wasn't there for some of their explosive fights, but of course I like got the gossip immediately. Craig doesn't miss a chance to like tell me something juicy. So I was definitely around, observed some things, but I'm not as involved per se.
Okay. Are you okay with that?
I am okay with that. I'm beyond okay with that.
You're like,
I have my own
drama
of insane people to manage.
Totally.
I don't need another.
I know you guys are filming Summer House, and like I said, I know you can't tell me what's going on, but how would you describe the vibe in the house this season so far?
You know, I don't want this taken as a negative. It is a very different vibe than we've had, but it's not a bad vibe. We've had a lot of fun. I mean, we have a pregnant woman, and I have used every excuse that Lindsay has used. I'm like, we're pregnant. I really can't play kickball today. You know, like, we're pregnant. We're not going to the club tonight. So that's been really helpful for me staying in bed more. And so for that, I'm forever thankful.
Yeah, I know you kind of like manifested this last season. So, but were you genuinely surprised when she told you that she was pregnant?
You know, yes and no. Like I was surprised, but also like Lindsay, there's nothing Lindsay can do that will like really surprise me now at this point. So I wasn't really that surprised. I think I was like more excited. I was honestly nervous because I was like, this is the first friend in our group that's like really being an adult.
Right.
Like there's no going back now. Like we really have to step it up. So no, we were all really excited for her.
Has it changed her at all, pregnancy? Is she more soft now?
I will say, I always say like Amanda was the chillest bride. Lindsay has been the chillest pregnant person. She like, I don't know if her hormones are just like calm or what's going on, but maybe it's that she's having a girl, but she's been very chill.
Nice. How's Carl doing?
Carl's doing great.
Good.
He like soft launched his
right
bar soft. So that was really fun. So he's having a good summer too.
A lot of people had issues with the bar name Soft. What was your reaction? Because they thought maybe it was like a dig at Lindsay. What was your reaction to that?
Honestly, I wasn't even read into that drama. I feel like when it happened, like I didn't even realize that he had said that to her. So I was like so oblivious to it. I think it's a cute name.
Yeah. You think it's gonna work? Are you hopeful?
I think it's gonna work. I
Yeah.
think it's a very cute. I mean, they have this like little truck that's like perfect for like parties
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So I think it's gonna do really
That's
well.
awesome. Danielle is not back for this season, and you two had your thing last season. What was your
Yeah.
reaction when you found out that she wasn't returning to Summer House?
Obviously, it's always sad when
Mhm.
someone's not coming back, and obviously, you want someone to come into the house who wants to be there. And
Mhm.
she was getting so busy and wanted to do other things, but I've seen her recently. She's thriving and
Good.
everything's good.
Good. I'm not going to get into the whole Kyle Craig thing, but how are things with you and Amanda? Are you guys good?
Always and forever.
Always and for
Amanda and I, yeah, Amanda, it would be really hard for Amanda and I to fight at this point in our friendship. I'd be like, okay, we're over it now.
totally. Have you forgiven West? Is he in good graces with everybody?
Yes, West is having a fun summer too. I went a little hard at him on the reunion, but I think like some things needed to be said.
Yes.
But I am not someone that like holds a grudge. I am quick to get over things, and it takes me a long time to even get mad at stuff. So once I'm like over it, I feel like we're done.
Yeah.
So we're good.
We're good. Did you have any idea that Lindsay was pregnant at the reunion? Did you get any vibes from her?
I didn't, and I like saw people saying things online like, oh, is she pregnant, is she not? And I was getting so offended for her. I was like, she's sitting here in a two-piece.
Right.
How dare you? But yeah, it was so early in her pregency, so I had no idea.
Yeah, hey, to be in a two-piece even that early in your pregnancy,
Yeah.
kudos
Yeah.
to you.
No, she's
You
great.
and Hannah are about to hit the road for your tour as well. Are you
Yep.
so excited for it?
We're so excited.
Yeah.
We're going to like, I don't even know what the number is up to, like 32 cities.
Wow.
We are very excited because we haven't been on tour in a little bit.
Mhm.
And we're just like ready to be together and like by ourselves
I love that.
with no husbands or boyfriends and just like be with each other.
Is it a girls only trip?
It's a girls only trip.
I love
No, I'm sure the boys will come at some points,
Uh-huh.
but it will majority be just like me and Hannah. And we love traveling together.
I love it. Well, it's hard sometimes traveling with somebody, and once you know that you can travel with somebody, then
Yeah.
that's
No,
it.
we're like the easiest with each
I
other.
love that. What would it take for Hannah to ever return to Summer House?
Hannah's in such, I mean, I would never say never for anything.
Mhm.
But Hannah's in such a different place now, and she's honestly so busy that I don't even think she'd be able to fit it in, honestly.
Yeah, definitely. And then finally, how big is Craig's closet in your new apartment?
Craig has a substantial closet
Oh,
that I
nice.
actually don't think he appreciates enough because I organized it. I have like bins with his name on it that have different things in them. Everything's hung up. So I really don't think he appreciates my organizational skills as much as he should.
I was expecting you to be like, he's got one drawer and that's all he has.
No, I couldn't do it to him anymore. I was like, you deserve more.
You deserve more. And then finally, the psychic did say in last season of Summer House that you guys would be engaged at the end of 2024.
Oh yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Well, we have a couple months, so she's not wrong. But I don't know who knows. Well, I don't know what Craig is cooking up.
Yeah, your partnership with La Marca for National Prosecco Day. It should be a national holiday, so tell me all about this.
Well, when Lamarca approached me to partner together, it was so serendipitous because not only obviously do I love Prosecco, but every year I go to Italy with my family. And when we were in Italy, I was drinking a glass of Prosecco, and my dad said, you should only drink Prosecco from now on. It's very chic. And I was like, Dad, you're so right. And so it was very just aligned, the stars aligned. And I will say, when I was moving into my new apartment, my mom said I had nothing. I didn't even have furniture. I had nothing in my refrigerator. And my mom brought a bottle of Prosecco and said, every woman should always have a bottle of Prosecco in her refrigerator. So that is a rule that I live by.